Group by Robert Hawthorne. Electric Universe Geology. Public Group. 4.1k members. Robert Richards shared a post. 2H. More machine. https://www.facebook.com/10000222782185/posts/4532179080199641. Helen Vetrova. D567 EcoEMP 0 IR6S801L21 at 071:29 EAMD. Border, Rarajonggrang, Central Java, Indonesia. Originally, there were 240 large and small temples in the Prambanan complex. But now there are only 18 temples left, namely 8 main temples and 8 small temples in the main area and 2 auxiliary temples. It is believed that temples collapsed during a strong earthquake in the 16th century. Statues and ruins became the theme and source of inspiration for the fairy tale of Rarajonggrang. Local Javanese residents knew about the ruins of the temple before its official opening, but they didn't know about their historical background, which kingdoms ruled or which kingdoms ordered the construction of monuments. As a result, the locals had fairy tales and legends explaining the origin of temples filled with myths about giants and the cursed princess. They gave Prambanan a wonderful origin. In 1733 Cornelis Anthony Lons, an employee of Vok, presented the first report on the Prambanan temple in his diary. Lons accompanied Julius Frederick Poyet, commissioner of the Los of the northeast coast of Java, to Kartasuru, at the time the capital of Madarama, the mighty local kingdom of Javanese. During his stay in central Java, he had the opportunity to visit the ruins of the Prambanan temple, which he described as a mountain made of stones. After the separation of the Sultanate of Mataram in 1755, the ruins of the temple and the Opak River were used to demarcation the border between the Sultanate of Yogyakarta and Surakarta, Solo, which was adopted as the current border between Yogyakarta and Central Province Iam Java. The complex attracted international attention at the beginning of the 19th century. In 1803, Nicholas Engelgard, governor of the northeast coast of Java, made a stop in Prambanan during his official visits to the kings of Java, Pakubuwono IV of Surakarta and Hamengkubuwono II of Jayakarta. Impressed by the ruins of the complex, in 1805, Engelgard instructed engineer Cornelius, who was in Klaten, to clean the area of the land and vegetation, to measure the area and make drawings of the temple. This was the first attempt to explore and restore the Prambanan temple. In 1811, during a short British occupation of the Dutch East Indies, Colin Mackenzie, a landmer serving Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles, accidentally stumbled upon the ruins. Although Sir Thomas subsequently ordered a full investigation of the ruins, they remained abandoned for decades. Dutch residents brought sculptures as garden ornaments, and locals used stones as their foundation for construction. Excavations of archaeologists in 1880s only contributed to the looting, since many temple sculptures were taken out as collections. In 1918, the Dutch colonial government began the reconstruction of the complex, but the proper restoration began only in 1930. Due to the huge size and huge number of temples, restoration efforts continue to this day. Prambanan complex in 1991 recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Steve Whetstone. T1 Fall 67 or 94 I6C2D0M. I wow vote. Great pictures. M cavity resonance design pattern. IMO. These look like microchips but they are actually most likely cavity resonators. Every hollow space with a hole generates tuned vibration directed through the hole. So the dimensions of the openings and empty spaces are important and must match precisely or really well. This design will take something wavelength equal to the outside blocks and harmonize the whole thick rock structures of the same outside size at the same time. So each little block is a harmonics transformer that has a frequency of the rock construction material and wavelength absorbed and outputs a directed frequency based on the inner chamber. For example, if you hit these buildings with shocks or an earthquake or hammers all at the same time, they would start to resonate and create a certain ambient 500 Hz humming noise all over this square. The vibrating stone would cause the inner chambers to echo and the air in the inner chamber would vibrate and blast out in direction of opening a concentrated 1000 Hz tone. Only instead of doing this with sound which would physically vibrate the stones and cause wear and tear, you use an M-wave form of vibration like a microwave. So if there's any random M-waves in the air near this square, then the M-waves get harmonized and resonate in the stone and then resonate in the cavity. It's basically a big machine that converts random M noise into a very focused and directed M-wave energy output. You should show this to a microwave antenna designer to get a better explanation of what's going on in the walled center square. There seems to be an intentional isolation space where there should be very little M-wave activity. See less. It won't work if you don't add water. This picture shows there was supposed to be an elaborate water-filled system of water wires. Water conducts electricity and especially can be useful in conducting and working with Tesla-type harmonics, AC-based power transmission or transmissions of wave-based energy of any kind. Immo to a fake. Steve Whetstone. Here's why you need to add water to the ancient megaliths for them to work correctly. There's more than just adding water you need to do for fixing them though. Just adding water alone isn't enough. They need more or specific environmental M conditions to function.
Who have followed my channel for a while might be familiar with the term capacitive coupling. Look, you'd have to be a soulless Susie to not find this interesting, so check this out. This plasma globe is turned off, yet it's still lit, still functioning. How is that? Because capacitive coupling is the transfer of AC electricity between two physically unconnected circuits, primarily due to induced currents. The high voltage AC in the water
Directional wireless energy using water. 335,603 views May 8, 2020. 17K. Dislike. Share. Save. Plasma channel. 265K subscribers. Subscribed. The holy grail of electricity is directional wireless power. It's the ability to beam power wirelessly to a specific place only. Unfortunately, wave physics doesn't quite work that way. However, I recently stumbled across a pseudo-solution to transmitting wireless energy to specific locations. It may not be efficient, nor practical, but it works. Should be a world first. #Seattle #wireless. Note, do not build something like this if you are not familiar with high-frequency electricity, or if you have a pacemaker. Steve Whetstone. 0HTT3S11 Olns 0G68TT5MD0. Stone that is made of the same composition material will all vibrate together in the M at some specific wavelength based on the stone's M conductivity. Additional large-scalar vibration frequencies will be found if the stones are the same outside dimensions or based on dimensions of inner cavities. With very long wavelengths of M energy. When thinking of M resonance, remember the vast difference in speed of electron in vacuum being equal to speed of light, while speed of electron in copper wire is only about 1 inch a second, speed of electron in water is 1 inch a minute, but the water itself can move fast and carry electrons quickly, and speed of electron in stone is 1 inch in an hour. Something like that, but know that there will be electron resonance effects at some frequencies of electron pulsing. For this device to work, there needs to likely be a lot of electrons underground seeking to go up into space. At certain times in our planet's history and future, we pass through a galactic current sheet that changes the electrons and proton density of ambient space. To equalize with the changing space density of 10 protons more per cubic centimeter of space, the Earth will have to give up 10 electrons per cubic centimeter to the space environment in order to maintain balance. Until the balance is reached, electrons will flow out of the Earth body and be pulled into space. This electron flood already happens some every day with lightning strikes letting electrons travel into space and escape Earth, but when we cross the galactic current sheet or if we use Tesla tech as a weapon, then the rate of electrons coming out of the Earth can increase dramatically. So imagine these buildings with probably 10,000 volts per meter electric field from the ground instead of our current typical 100 volts per meter electric field coming from the ground? Anyway, I was noticing this layout looks like a microwave amplifier. The two buildings connected by green line set up a standing wave that acts like a fence or barrier to waves passing in the direction shown by the red arrows. So the two buildings connected by green line probably open to each other and have matching proportions and material and resonance. The green line is called a gate in electrical engineering jargon, and usually it means you have an amplifier circuit so that some frequency or signal or power from one side of the gate, in red, called the source, is made stronger or weaker based on a very low power signal input to the gate. The power is probably vibrational, but it's probably not sound vibration and is most likely electrical or some ether type vibration. My guess is that sonic harmonics and vibrations are unintended side effects of engineering for M vibration. Or sonic harmonics of the side are low power modes of operating and testing if and how they operate with M waves that travel faster and more reliably than sound during wind storms and such. See less. Steve Whetstone. MTA 3C7802120490 Red 0MM1C. I love the original poster as shown in this picture. I suspect to work properly, that it needs water which I drew in with blue. And it needs electrons flowing up from out of the earth which I've shown with red arrow. Also it might need to be wet or coated with water for best effect. I'm not sure, but check with a microwave antenna or gigahertz wave design engineer or microchip designer engineer maybe. I'm not sure what these buildings will do when the Earth and Sun leave the galactic current sheet and the electrons flow into the Earth from space. Or maybe that doesn't happen and they just sit there unused and ignored like today. This design only seems to work well when the Earth needs to lose a lot of electrons, which is only maybe 1/10 of the time, or for short periods where it might lose a lot of electrons to space very quickly. What is the geology underneath this and how does it connect with the global electric circuit underground and above ground? The global electric circuit operates at the Schumann resonance currently, I guess? Immo2 a fake. Hope this helps. Hashtag StrawHat4D King Pirate. See less. Steve Whetstone. 1A4H06 PC Spry Hall 42 HCR2D1T6. Shared with public. Q. What is something about yourself that sounds totally made up, but is 100% true? A. I will save humanity from near extinction on or before the year 2048. I discovered the Earth gets electro-terraformed every 12,000 years, with most surface life dying as a result of a solar micronova X-ray burst that sets fire to half the planet. I pirate ship share solutions for Earth catastrophe cycle. I also promote a collection of behavioral economics technology solutions that are completely voluntary and highly profitable and solve global wicked problems such as poverty, politics, and extinction threats to humanity. Estimate 2048. See my flag. Hashtag StrawHatD King Pirate. Hashtag pirate shipping. Hashtag pirate ship share. Hashtag pirate ship adventure. Hashtag see me flag. Hashtag fly me flag. Hashtag fly pirates at https://www.facebook.com/steve.whetstone/posts/102187203701056663. Or, I will be the king of the pirates.
presentation screencast demonstrating how a grocery store can make a profit and reduce financial inequality at the same time. Follow along and read at your own speed with the option to click on links or contribute comments in the public document. %HOEP Move Butter presentation at https://goo.gl/5gac. Less than 0.18 hours, how HOEP can solve a housing shortage plus profit. Video.